This is Model Secondary School here in Abuja, where voting is about to commence for the National Assembly and the presidential election. As you can see, people have already gathered. It's a huge crowd here, and the officials of INEC are giving them talk on what to do, what to expect, and all of that. We will be keeping you updated when the voting commences. This is Model Secondary School here in Maitama in Abuja, and I have a person living with disability who just cast a vote, and she'll be sharing her experience. Hello, congratulations.
Thank you. It feels so good.
So tell us, what's your name?
My name is Apol Mida Haruna Samani.
How would you describe your experience going to vote?
Actually, when I came here, I was discouraged the first time I entered because, as you can see, the environment is actually not accessible. I had to beg some people to hold me to cross the gutter, which isn't so accessible. So I could just imagine someone on a wheelchair trying to access here. The terrain is quite rocky and it's not smooth. So even for me, it was quite difficult. So I could just imagine someone on a wheelchair, and getting to locating my name on the register was quite tedious because they're not well arranged. So with my mobility challenge, it was quite tedious for me. I actually had to also ask some people to help me to locate my name. So imagine I come here and there's nobody to help me. What would I have done? I would have just gone back home. Finally, I was able to locate my name, and then going up to go and vote. You can see the cubicle is located on top of a, what do you call it, veranda, and there are like stairs, so it's actually not accessible at all. Like, this environment is not accessible. But for priority voting, of course, as I just went there, I told them I'm a person with disability. I was given first attention. I was allowed to go and vote.
My team and I moved to several other voting centers in various parts of Abuja, Nigeria, to observe PWG's accessibilities to polling units. We're now at Jikwe Primary School. As you can see, the crowd is really huge and everybody is trying to vote here. What's your name?
My name is Prince Ifejirika.
Prince, how long have you been here?
I came here before 8:30.
Before 8:30. I noticed that there are steps here. How did you manage to get yourself up there?
Yes, when they said people with disability and elders should come this way, I managed to see myself through there. But unfortunately, the crowd is too much. Again, they didn't start early. They started after 10. So it was very difficult for them to manage the crowd.
So what do you plan to do? Are you going to go home, or
I
you're
will
still going to
stay
stay?
here until I have voted.
You will stay till you vote?
Until I have voted, yes.
Thank you very much. I will keep a track on you, hoping that you vote very soon.
Thank you so much.
So we earlier spoke with you and you looked very unhappy. Now you are smiling. What has happened?
I have finally voted.
You finally voted. Congratulations.
Thank you for your efforts. In fact, I think we have a new Nigeria.
I'm Oga Chikuma John by name.
Are you aware that you have priority when you go to cast your vote, when you get, as you're here now?
Yes, I'm weird, but meanwhile, I sacrifice myself to make sure I see others, they should vote. I wouldn't mind even though I would be the last person. That is
No,
why.
you're not supposed to be the last person. You are supposed to have priority. So when you get to where you are to cast your vote, you should just go straight to the INEC officials.
Yes.
And
Yes.
My name is Dr. Irem Johnson.
how long have you been here?
I've been here since 8:30 up till now.
What is the issue? Why haven't you been able to cast your vote?
One, the crowd is too much. Two, they did not organize it well. Three, there's nothing like a line here whereby. Four, there's no priority to the elders and disability. Everywhere is just scattered, and I don't know why.
You are aware you have priority, right?
I am, but I'm a senior citizen, I am 70-something at age, I have a disability, so I have a double priority to be given a privilege, but they refuse to receive me. my decision is to vote because I don't know whether I will be alive to vote again. But this one I'm alive, I will be glad to vote. I want to vote. I'm willing to vote. Decided to vote. And directly want to vote.
Sunana Raina Haruna, Umar Leader, Disabled Golomi, Karmajiji, City Gate.
I came here to vote, and glory be to God, I have voted. We will be excited if the voting process is done in a way where PWDs are given a separate queue or priority to cast their votes. Ideally, PWDs are supposed to be on a separate queue or given priority, but as you can see, some have voted and some are yet to vote since 7 a.m. Even when you manage to get through the crowd, you get pushed aside. Frankly speaking, our rights need to be given to us. We cannot continue to suffer in this manner, especially when we come to exercise our franchise.
What's it be your name?
Ravi,
You don't vote.
I vote.
I see say you dey smile. How the matter when you go vote for there? How you take climb up to vote?
I don't feel climb up because I complain today. I say I cannot climb up. Then they now bring it to my side.
So, but you know say you get priority. Say if you go somewhere, they supposed call you, say make you come vote. INEC people, you know that one?
I don't know. But I just put in my mind say I will vote. I must vote.
Finally, you vote.
I vote.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ma.
I have some happy men standing with me because they've been able to exercise their rights as Nigerians. And they're going to be talking to me to tell me their experiences. They were able to cast their votes. So everybody wait there here and I don't vote.
Yes.
How the voting? As you come, then waste your time.
I don't waste my time
Then not waste your time.
at all. Because of our boat place, this is the new, this thing is the new, what they are calling falling unit. That's why. Before we are doing in Karamajiji site, when we go there, I please spend 4 hours to 5 to 3 hours. I was spending there inside sun. But this my place now. Highest I spend my 10 minutes. I do my everything. I even go my house coming back to look people they are doing their own.
I get some problems.
Tell me.
The problems that we are facing from the INEC, honestly, the INEC, they are not doing their job well because they didn't come in time. They're supposed to come here by around 8. We are here
8:30. But it starts 8:30.
They didn't come. They come by around 10:30. I call some of my colleagues in other states. They tell me that they don't start their boat. But we here, we didn't start the boat until 11 o'clock.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you inside this hot sun? You don't vote?
No, I'm already vote my sister.
You know say immediately you come, they're supposed to answer you, make you vote. You know that one?
No, they're supposed to, as I saw, like us with disabilities.
Yes.
As we know, if the disability come, they're supposed to consider disability before any person.
But they didn't consider you.
No, as I come, the man say I should wait until he call me. I said there is no problem. I just find it to stay one place.
You try your best, I know. But I'm telling you, these things is not accessible to them. How do they climb with the wheelchair? You don't understand.
With the voting process still ongoing, I took a moment to speak with Grace Jerry, the Executive Director, Inclusive Friends Association, IFA. How would you describe the participation of PWDs in this election? I mean, there are many questions I'm going to ask you. How would you describe, because I know you were out on the streets?
Yes, so first, in the lead up to this election, I would say that you could feel the enthusiasm within the disability community. Yes, so much has been said around the youth, you know, being so excited and wanting to take, charge and power into their hands. But I think I would say that too of the community of persons with disabilities, because you could see how much aware they are becoming, how much participation and how much they want to be part of the entire process. We deployed 250 persons with disability observers across 21 states. And they're going to be observing the entire conduct around inclusion and accessibility and how much INEC has been able to implement Section 54, subsection 1 and 2 of the Electoral Act. IFA is a data-driven organization, and for us, we believe in evidence-based advocacy, evidence-based engagement, and you cannot engage when you don't have your facts correctly.
My name is Marian Timtinant. I'm the floor manager for this data center, IFA.
So how easy is it gathering data?
Quite challenging, but however very interesting, because we want disability vote to count and we have to put in our best to ensure that that really come into reality. So we'll have to track the accessibility of the polling unit, but to also track the deployment of assistive devices and priority voting given to persons with disabilities in order to improve the system and make sure that PWD's votes really count.
IFA Central Election Data Center had a range of election observers visit its data room. They commended the level of work done by IFA. Former South African President Thabo Mbeki led a team of Commonwealth election observers to Nigeria. He also visited IFA Central Election Data Center.
I think it would be good for when you finished,
Yes.
to get a hard copy of this presentation.
Yes.
Because in our report, it would be good to reflect what your findings have been. Yeah.
Like any other Nigerian, persons with disabilities want to be fully involved in the electoral and political processes of Nigeria as both voter and observer during the general elections. However, PWDs still face challenges such as accessibility, stigma, and stereotypes continue to persist and undermine PWD's abilities to participate in the electoral and political activities. While INEC has taken great strides to improve its priority voting policy and implement voting accommodations, poll officials consistently fail to understand the significance of inclusion or take actions that promotes the participation of all groups.